God said to Moses, "Don't be afraid to go back to Egypt, because all the people who wanted to kill you are now dead." So Moses went to his father-in-law and said, "If it's all right by you, I'd like to go back to Egypt and visit my family. It's been so long, I don't even know if they're still alive." His father-in-law agreed, so he got his wife and son and a donkey and prepared to head back to Egypt. God said, "When you go to the king of Egypt, show him the miracles I've taught you to do. But he still won't listen to you. So give him this message from me. The Israelites are like my firstborn son, and I told you to let them go. But since you haven't listened, I will kill your firstborn son." God told Moses' brother Aaron, "Go out into the outback and meet Moses." So they met at Mount Sinai. And Moses told Aaron everything that God had said to him. Moses and Aaron then went to Egypt and met with the Israelite leaders there. Aaron told them everything that God had said to Moses. And then Moses threw his staff on the ground and it turned into a snake. And he picked it up by the tail and it turned back into a staff. Then Moses put his hand in his cloak. When it came out, it was diseased. And he put his hand in his cloak again and it came out healed. And the Israelites said, "Praise God for listening to us when we called out for help. Praise God for coming to rescue us from Egypt." Moses and Aaron went to the king of Egypt and said, "Yahweh, the God of the Israelites, sends you this message. Please let my people go for 3 days into the outback to worship me there." "Yahweh? I've never heard of Yahweh. Why should I listen to him? No, you guys are just lazy. You want to take my slaves away from their work. It's not going to happen. Get out of here." Then he said, "The Israelites obviously don't have enough work to do, or they wouldn't be saying, 'Please let us go for 3 days into the outback to worship our God.' You know the straw we usually give the Israelites to make bricks with? From now on, they can find it themselves, but they still have to make just as many bricks as before." So the slave masters said to the Israelites, "You know the straw that we usually give you to make bricks with? From now on, you can find it yourselves, but you still have to make just as many bricks as before." So the Israelites scattered throughout the land to try and find straw. At the end of the day, the slave masters said, "Why haven't you made as many bricks as usual?" And they started whipping and beating the Israelites for it. A group of Israelites went to the king and said, "You know the straw that you usually give us to make bricks with? Well, the slave masters say we need to find it ourselves, but we still have to make just as many bricks as we made before. That's not fair. They're beating us for something that's not our fault. In fact, it's their fault for asking something so unreasonable. You Israelites are just lazy. Otherwise you wouldn't have said, 'Please let us go for 3 days into the outback to worship our God.' No. From now on you can find the straw, but you still have to make just as many bricks as you did before." As the Israelites left the palace, they met Moses and Aaron, and they said, "This is all your fault. May God judge you for what you've done." Moses said, "God, this is your fault. Why have you done this to us? I did everything that you asked me to do, and now it's made it worse for us. You haven't even started to rescue us." And God said, "I am Yahweh, the God of Abraham, the God of Isaac, and the God of Jacob. I made a promise to Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob that I would give their descendants the land of Canaan where they were living at the time. And I will keep my promise. I will rescue my people from Egypt, and I will lead them into a big, lush, beautiful land of their own.